All right, guys. I was just going to do another quick rant on sponsorships because it's something that a lot of new teams have to figure out, and a lot of times people go through this on their own, not sure how to do it or what to go about. And I just want to talk to you about how to start sponsorships or how to get into it because a lot of the new teams are trying to progress their team and try to move up through the stands, but it's hard to move through the standings if you can't afford to constantly practice and you can't afford to do all these things. So I'm just going to go ahead and start off with a couple of things about sponsorships. And first of all, things you need before you even ask for a sponsorship. Have everything, everything in a row because it shows some initiative if you go ahead and have all these things ahead of time. So when you go talk to people and go talk to, potential sponsors, it's already done, and I like to see that. So what I'm going to say is play some tournaments. You need to get tournaments underneath your belt. So regardless whether you're under a team name or not, the people that are supposed to be, on your roster for this team need to have some tournaments in their belt. I recommend 5, 6 tournaments of, legitimate tournaments that you've been to and you've played in. And keep stats in those tournaments. How many eliminations did you each get? How many times did you guys get out? It may not be the greatest stats, but showing that you keep stats shows that you want to improve. So it's something that a lot of sponsors like to see, that we personally do. Have a website, promote yourself, promote your sponsors if you obtain them. It doesn't have to be something that's nationally known, but it needs to. You need to have some sort of website, a YouTube page, something like that. Definitely helps. A big thing about sponsors is promotion. The point of them sponsoring you is so that they get their gear out. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. Uh, Trying to get their name out is what they're looking for. So trying to go ahead and promote them is also showing initiative. Have a roster. The roster doesn't have to be set in stone, but have a good name as your captain, and just keep listing names that are everyone that's on your team. Make sure you have a solid list. Each squad, list it all out. Keep their stats next to one another, and always keep updating it. Update your roster. Make sure everything's together. Your purpose statement. You're not like a company or a corporation, but to have a purpose statement is important because it's something that a lot of sponsors ask on their applications. Is what do you want to do in this sport? What is your purpose in the sport? What is your purpose, as a team? So it doesn't have to be big and elaborate and wordy, but you should have something like that. The sponsors in and outside of paintball. Your sponsors don't need to be inside, the paintball community or inside the industry. But it helps a lot because a lot of sponsors don't give out money. So don't expect to come walk on the field and be handed out money by some sponsors because you're an up and coming paintball prodigy. It doesn't work. A lot of the sponsorships you can get are going to be discounts, and sometimes outside sponsorships of the industry will give you some sort of cash, and it's usually just to promote them. So I would go ahead and don't limit yourself to inside the industry sponsors. Look for local businesses that are looking for promoting, someone you could slap on your jersey. It's another name that says you have a sponsor. Other sponsors inside the industry like to see that you already took initiative and found sponsors outside the industry. And like I was said for 100th time, take the initiative. Sponsors want to see that you want the sponsorship, not because, I just want to be sponsored, I just want to be a sponsored player. It's because you really want to promote the sport of paintball. So before you go in and talk to Valken, Empire, send emails to Zephyr, ANS gear, wear the gear. Already have the gear worn. When we looked up for the sponsor for Valken, we already had Valken pod packs, wearing Sly goggles. We had the Valken pants. Even some of us had the VMAX loaders. And when our Woods Ball team already owned everything that was Titman. So wear their gear because they ask you what your loadouts are when you go ahead and you apply for the application. So seeing that they already wear their gear shows that you already like their product and are willing to promote them. And go to the events. I live up north. I work for Skirmish, so I always am at Invasion Normandy. If you've ever been there, there's Vendor Row, which is a freaking insane amount of every single paintball company you could possibly think of. We walked into the Valken tent, and the guy there pretty much talked to us, and we gave him a purpose, what we want to do, what we've been doing, and he said, "Come back tomorrow." We did. He hooked us up with a sponsorship. It's not hard if you take that initiative and go talk to somebody, because going to the event and talking to them is something that they're really looking for, and it's very important. We had several sponsors on our belt. A big thing about sponsorships is just looking to get that discount. Falcon sponsorship gave us 20% off. Zephyr gave us 15 to 20% off, and even more on certain products. A&S Gear gave us pretty much discounts on a select group of items. So, you know what? if it's not one thing, it's another. You know, you may not be getting money, but you're getting discounts. And if you're not getting the discounts, at least you have a name underneath your belt. So, you know, you can work up and, you know, you can get better things and better things. And then, you know, sponsorships only grow. So unless you break up as a team, then you can only, you know, gain money, I guess. So if you guys have any questions, just message me or, you know, comment below. It's all up to you. All right, take it easy, guys.